Hey, what's up, guys? The Beast Frenchie here, and I'm back with a brand new shootout commentary. And yeah, Montreal Canadiens played their last game yesterday, and they won 5-2 against Tampa Bay Lightning. So yeah, I want to kind of give you my opinion about the entire season of the Montreal Canadiens. My opinion on some players who I thought did really well this season and who really disappointed me. So yeah, basically, let's get right into it. So first off, man, the Montreal Canadiens, they had a really good start to the season. Everybody remembers that. I even made a video, so if you want to check that out, I guess you can. But they went 9-0, I think, setting a franchise record, tying for the record, I think, also. So yeah, they basically won 9 games in a row to start the season. So at that point, everybody in Montreal was like, "Oh, they're gonna win the cup. Everybody's so great in Montreal. Everybody's so good," and you know. I was one of those guys thinking, oh, we might have a shot at the cup. But then, Carey got injured. Because we were still winning games, like, when the winning streak ended, we were still like we were like 15-2 or 3, something like that. I don't quite remember. But we were doing really, really good. But then, as you guys know, Price got injured. The first time he got injured, Condon did really good in net for the Montreal Canadiens, right? So we were still good. We were still first in the NHL after Price came back from his first injury. But then he played maybe 3 or 4 games with Montreal, and he got injured again. So the thing is, like, Condon, he felt pressure now because he knew that it would take longer. So he started to play under pressure, and then December came. And we lost all the fucking games in December. It was just awful. But we were still in the playoffs, and we thought, oh, maybe Price will come back. January came. We lost almost all the game. And then we started to play the way we should have played those 2 months. If it was not for those 2 months, like, I had maybe 4 wins in December and 4 wins in January, and I'm not making this video right now because I'm making a different video saying, oh, what I think will happen in the playoffs for the Montreal Canadiens, because like, if they played for 500, only 500 in December and January, I'm not here right now saying that the Habs are gone, but they are. So if they, like the last 2 months, like April, March, if they play like that for the entire, Carey Price injury, I'm not here right now, so they would have, if they maybe won. Let's say they lost, I don't know how many fucking games in December, but like, if they only win 3, maybe 4, like, out of the 15 or 10 games they played, that's still better than nothing. And January we only won the Winter Classic, I think, so it's not better. So those 2 months is really what killed the Montreal Canadiens season, because for the most part we were not doing that bad in the last 2 months. We were playing for 500, and we would have kept on playing like that the entire season, we would have been in the playoffs. But that's not what happened. So we finished 7th in the, well, no, we finished, not quite sure exactly, but 7th team that's not in the playoffs, basically. That's how I should tell it. And 22nd in the entire NHL. So that's not really good. So we did not play that good. But there were some surprising players on the Montreal Canadiens this year. Some players that did really good. Some players that did really fucking terrible. And I want to talk about that also. So let me get right into that. Could not find an opponent. Yeah, basically no one's playing that game anymore. Let's go into stats. Just checking on my phone. So Pacioretty, despite all of, everything is talking shit about Pacioretty, but I think he had a really good season. A really okay season, at least. Not the best for sure, but still had a good season. Like 30 goals. It's not the 40 goals season that I expected from him. I really thought that he would this year get the 40 goals. He would have got the 40 goals if the team he played good in December and January. I think that's the 2 months that killed the entire season. But if he would have played like he did all season, he would have won that game. Well, let me take the team. Let's go. Let me mute this guy because I don't want to piss him off. So mute the user. There you go. So also, Alex Galchenyuk. He had played one heck of a season. Well, not the beginning of the season because he was not playing with good line mates. That's one thing that really blocked him from getting even more goals and even more points. So, because in my opinion, Galchenyuk can easily score 35 or 40 goals. Now, you might not think that's something he can do, but if you ask me, that's something he can for sure do. Playing with the right line mates. So the Pacioretty, Galchenyuk, and Gallagher line, I think that's what that's the line that needs to be like. That's the line you don't touch. That's your first line. You don't touch that for next season. Oh fuck, I'm using content. But I'm gonna get back about. Oh shit, that's lucky. I was lucky. I'll talk about it after the shootout. But yeah, in my opinion, Pacioretty, Galchenyuk, 2 good seasons. Not the best for Pacioretty. He could have scored a little bit more goals, maybe, but I can't complain. I can't really complain. He had a 30-goal season, so not that bad. All right, let's go, Saad. Let's see what you got. Oh, fuck, no. Another good player, actually, that played really good. Galchenyuk, another one that played really good, but another one is for sure Gallagher. Gallagher is maybe, like, he is 3rd in goals in Montreal, right? 19 goals, and he missed almost, like, let's say a third of the season. Not quite sure. Let me check how much game he played. He played 53, so he missed almost half of the season and got 19 goals. So he can easily get 35 goals. So we got 3 good goal scorers here in Montreal. Oh, fuck no. That's pretty much what happened all season long. Oh, shit. But, yeah, like I said, Gallagher, really surprising this year. He just proved that he's one of the best in Montreal. Best, in my opinion, top 3 in Montreal. Even with Patch. Like, in my opinion, the 3 best forwards, obviously, is the top 3 would be the top 2 have Galchenyuk, then Pacioretty, then Gallagher. But, yeah, that's only me. All right, good. Let's go, Hartnell. Fuck you, Hartnell. There you go. And we win. That's not something that happened a lot this season, but fuck it. We still won that game. All right. So, let's get back into players that I was kind of okay with. PK Subban had a good season. Not the best, obviously. Not so many goals. Like, so much. Like, how many goals he had? Come on. Can't find it. No, that's not. Subban. So this year, Subban 6 goals, but he missed like the last maybe 15 games. So yeah, 6 goals for Subban, 45 assists. Subban, man, people were complaining about him, but I don't really know why. Obviously, he was turning the puck over, and he has the most turnovers in the league. But he's also he's like the defenseman. I think he's the player that plays the most in the entire league, or if he's top 5 for sure. So, of course, he's going to have more turnover than anybody else. So, Subban had a good season. Not the best, for sure not the best. But, you know, like I said, if he played like, he played good, but not perfect. Like, he was not like previous years, but he was still good, right? Also, Plekanec. Okay season for him. Markov, okay, this guy. Now next year he's not playing. I hope he's not playing with Subban again because he's getting old. It's not that I don't like the guy, but he's getting too old. He's turning the puck over a lot. He's not in his prime, so he should stay with the Habs, but for sure not as a top 2 defenseman. To me, he should even play on the top 6, but that's only me. So players that I was disappointed. I know there's another player I was surprised with. You might not agree with me, but Mike Condon, he played one heck of a season. You can't it's his first year in the NHL. All right, let me see. First year in the NHL, he was playing in East Coast League, and he's asked to play in Montreal. And I don't know if you know, but Montreal, man, your first year in the NHL, not the best place to play it because there's so much pressure playing in Montreal. And as the first goalie you're the goalie that is supposed to replace Carey Price, the best goaltender in the world. That's so much pressure, and he kind of dealt with that pressure. He did good under the pressure. He won 21 games out of the 55 he played. But like I said, his first season, so I'm not that mad. Goal against average, he has a 2.71, but it's his first year, so not too bad. Condon, one shutout, and Price has the most shutout. Price only played 12 games, two shutouts in those 12 games. So imagine if he was not injured. I really think that we would be first in the league in the NHL still, but that's not gonna get into that right now. And also, well, Condon had a good season. So guys that players that disappointed me. There's my Ben Scrivens. He did not play as I expected him to. Like even when he was playing as a backup, he was playing backup for most of the year. But when he was starting the games, I just knew that we were gonna lose it. It was just stupid. He won 5 games out of the 15 he played, so he lost 10 games. Well, I know he's not the best, but obviously, if we trade somewhat of a good player for him, I expected at least something better than this. Well, but that's only me, so it disappointed me. Other players that were disappointing. Not so many players actually. Bullier had a really good season. Players they are well, okay season I guess. Heller, that's one guy I really liked. Obviously he's not putting up so many points, but that's another guy I like. Gilbert injured for the most part of the season. All the rookies, like, what do you want me to say about them? They are not NHL ready, that's for sure. And I've seen some real dumb comments. That's something I want to talk about also. Right? I'll do that and I'll get back into what I was talking about after. Like I've seen some people saying, this is the Ice Caps playing Montreal. That I had to agree with that. But saying the Ice Caps is the worst team in the AHL, what the fuck, man? These players are AHL level and they're playing against NHL level. What the fuck do you expect them to do? They're certainly not going to win any games. Like they should be playing in the AHL, not in the NHL. But and then you expect them to win all the games and saying, "Oh, they're terrible, man. Our future is going to be so bad." Like, no, it's not. They're not NHL ready. That's why they're so bad in the NHL. Like, anyways, that's one thing I wanted to say. Like, don't expect them to win every single game. And when I heard that Price was injured, I was like, "Oh fuck, we're gonna lose so many games." And then Subban got injured, Gallagher got injured. So how the fuck do you expect to replace your top players? But like the rookies are expected to replace your top players, but they're not gonna do that. It's impossible. They're not even NHL ready. Most of them that played in the NHL, they're not NHL ready. So don't expect them to win so many games. And yes, they're going to be good in the future, but now they're not. So like I was saying, all the rookies, they did a good job considering the fact that they're not NHL ready. Some of them were really good, in my opinion. Like McCarron, I kind of want to see that guy in the NHL next year. Also, let's see, there's a lot of other players I want to talk about. So Emelin, I think he was also injured for most of the season. Like everybody was injured. It was so fucking crazy. And new players we got this year. Well, not so many players we had. Like we got Matto, and I didn't even watch most of the games at the end of the season. I was so pissed. So I don't even know. I guess he did okay. I heard he was not that great. Though Lesio, that's one guy I really liked when I watched the game. Learn out. Can't really tell. Didn't even watch him play. Enley, I don't even knew this guy. Like I didn't even knew he was playing for AHL squad. So when I saw him playing in the NHL, I was like, what the fuck? So that's pretty much what happened. Dano played a good season, I guess. Like I don't even know. Carr, that's one guy I really, really, really liked. This guy I want to see in the NHL next year. Bartley probably should play in the AHL if you ask me. But yeah, Lindgren played only 2 games. I get only one. I'm not sure. Yeah, only played one, won it, and only allows 2 goals. So Lindgren, I don't know. I want to see more of him. But the funny thing was, first shot, first goal again. So I guess that's kind of sad for the guys. But yeah. Also, like, okay, so my opinion on the entire season, we had a great season considering the fact that we lost our best player. Like, you guys don't seem to understand that it's not the coach's fault. Well, yeah, he was making some pretty dumb decision. I have to admit, I have to agree. Like the fact that he was not playing Galchenyuk on the center, and then like he just at the end of the season he saw, like imagine Galchenyuk playing at the end of the entire season playing center. I guess we would have maybe won 2 or 3 games like because of it. I don't know. Just I think that Galchenyuk should have played in the entire season as playing center, and we would have a better season, I guess. But the coach, I agree, should be fired. But it's not the GM's fault. That's what I wanted to say. It's not the GM's fault. What the fuck do you expect him to do? That's so dumb. In Montreal, like one day the GM is considered, oh, he's so good. He's bringing in so many good players. Oh my god, so many good trades. But then the next, and I agree with that. He was making some really fucking good deals on some players, and he was finding players out of nowhere that end up doing good on the ice for Montreal. So I agree with you. He was a really good GM, but then because of most of injuries, you blame the GM. I would not blame the GM this year. I blame the injuries. Like not only the injuries, right? In December they were just god awful. Not, like I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Like December and January, oh boy, it was just terrible. The injuries and those 2 months is really what killed the Montreal Canadiens season because they're not. Let's be honest, they're a playoff team anyways. Like if they have their full roster healthy, if they have their full healthy roster, they're not they're not a bottom. They're not the bottom team. They are a playoff team for goddamn sure. They're not maybe the first in the NHL, but they're for sure. In my opinion, they're not even a wild card. They're maybe second or third in their division, but that's only my opinion. So I'm blaming the injuries. Obviously, you lose your the best player in the world because you won the MVP last year. So you lose this guy who's kind of the best player in the world. That affects your team's moral. And also, you lose one of the leaders in the room, Gallagher. You're for sure going to also lose some moral, and your players obviously are not gonna play as well as if they have they're not gonna play as well as when they have their leader with them to tell them, hey, go play, like give your 100%. They're not gonna give as much effort if they're not pushed. I guess that's if that makes any sense. But Gallagher was injured, Price was injured. Then what do you expect them to do? 2 of the best 4 players in Montreal were injured. So we're for sure not gonna have a good season when you have 2 of the best players injured. So it's not the fucking GM's fault. Stop saying fire Bergevin. He's a really, really, really good GM. Stop saying to fire him, god damn it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed. It's kind of sad that the season is over. I really don't know what to do now. I don't even know. I might make a video on the playoffs who I think will win the cup. But yeah, before that, this video is over. I will see you guys in my next video.